Well, asteroids and meteorites hit the Earth more frequently than you would imagine, particularly the smaller asteroids and meteorites, because they're far more plentiful, there's far more of them, and they occur much, much more frequently. And they happen almost every day. But most of the time they're unwitnessed. We don't see them because they're very, very small, and they just land like bits of rock in your garden, and then they're unnoticed. When they get slightly larger, so between sort of 2 to 4 meters in diameter, then they create fireballs, which can be witnessed, and a number of them have been witnessed over the last few years. Certainly since 2006, over the last sort of 15 years, there have been 9 significant impact events. But as I say, they've been from the much, much smaller asteroids. So yeah, the smaller the object, they're much, much, much more frequent. When they become slightly larger, so for example, in 2013, in February 2013, the Chelyabinsk meteorite struck, and that caused quite a significant amount of damage. And again, but it's a smaller object. So that was about sort of less than 10 meters in diameter. And again, those types of incidents don't occur very, very often, possibly once every sort of 10, 20 years or so. But it did cause injury to 1,500 people. They sustained injuries, and about 700 buildings were damaged as a result of that. Then the larger objects, so for example, the impact event at Tunguska, that happens sort of once every sort of 5 to 10,000 years, and then right at the extreme end of the spectrum is the sort of the Yucatan Peninsula, the Chicxulub event, which created a crater that was 200 kilometers wide. That happens that happened 66 million years ago. So mercifully, they don't happen very often. But one of the things that they have been able to detect is they found the majority of the population of the larger asteroids. And fortunately, none of them have been discovered to be on a collision course with the Earth. So the main risk is from the smaller objects, which are harder to detect, and of course there's much more of them. So the population is huge, and they still haven't quite determined how large that population of the smaller objects. So of course they're going to be much, much more frequent.